Welcome to the Bencast show, where curiosity meets conversation. From current events and entrepreneurship to culture, science, technology, and personal growth, no topic is off limits. So sit back, relax, and let's embark on this journey together. This is the Bencast show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Bencast show on Censorship. Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Hi, Ben. Good. You?
Full house today.
Mm-hmm.
Full house. As you can see, yeah, everybody's here tonight, which is it's going to be great. There's going to be some bitching around. That's okay. Especially with those two. Before we start, now we're officially on Spotify, Apple Cast, YouTube. So you subscribe. Now I can say it's subscribe, comment, like, share, button, this, that, whatever. It's awesome. I can say it now. So which is awesome. It's going to be awesome. Also, I have to a little story before we talk about the topic of today. Of course, I'm the only one that does a weird schedule when I'm working. So while I was working, our channel got accepted. So I got the news when I was up north, right? And there's 3 subscribers that I know. They subscribe. I know them because I saw them subscribe. So I want to say a big thank you to Jonas, Jacob, and Brock. They're working on Meg Energy. Also, there's Eugene and Mark. They were partners, and they say, "Oh, I'm gonna check it out. They're older, so I don't even know if they know how YouTube works." But anyways,
well, don't ask Greener.
So yeah, it's starting already.
Right.
So it's So I want to say
we'll just keep her on hiatus because we all know how much she likes her porn on YouTube.
Oh,
so make no wonder she's a pro at using it.
Of course, we didn't talk about that yet.
YouTube.
I also
He supports it.
Also Greener. Also,
Yeah,
you can buy the cups now.
I know, I love it.
I know you can
Look at this.
You can buy the cups. You have to go on the bencastshow.com on the comments. You
got to get the black ones. They're
black
best
ones, yeah.
Well, we all know you like big black.
Jeez.
The BBC.
Really? Like,
You like that?
like I said, the only time she shuts up is when she has a cock in her mouth.
Oh well.
I don't like them big and black, unlike somebody there.
Could have fooled me. Fucking Malibu Ken. He was dark enough to be black.
Okay, we'll just shut up about that, all right?
So yeah. Anyways,
I'm here all night. If you want to keep going, we can do this.
Take a sip
Good God.
and watch the show.
Right?
Well, yeah. Look, I'm out of here.
We do like each other. It's just that's our friendship. That's our friendship.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
We have to point that out. You guys are, we're all good
Longtime
here.
friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. So you can go on the Bencast show for the cups and everything. So there's only 3 colors though, black, white, and red. So whatever, and then put a little comments and say that you like the show and everything. We're gonna be fine. Yeah. Okay. So you have a lot to say, eh?
I always do.
Oh no! Just wait. The story
That's
is
an understatement.
No. 2 days after the election, this guy texts me. He's like, "Oh my fucking god! I have to talk about something because I'm pissed off about this and that."
Yeah.
You want me to read your thing? Oh, he was pissed off
go
about
for
the
it.
election. No,
Go
actually,
for
it's basically that's what it says.
Yeah.
Basically.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So you know what? We're gonna go. Like I said, it's a today we're gonna have only one topic. Pretty much the election. It's not really the election. It's what's going on now. What's gonna be? Whatever. Right? Okay. So, and I was, like I said, I was out of town. I was watching a lot of videos, and I found out one video that we're gonna review, and I want you guys to react. You didn't see the video, I saw it, so I want you guys to react to it. And then he's a famous podcaster, Steven Crowder, and I want to react to his with you to this video. So let's go.
Americans won't.
Yeah.
Americans will welcome you with open arms. Alberta. Okay. In Alberta, all references are publicly available. Conservatives won the popular vote by a 2-to-1 margin. Okay?
Jeez.
2 days ago, Politico ran this headline: "The quiet threat to Canadian unity isn't Quebec, it's Alberta." And the reason, when I grew up in Quebec, right, Quebec wanted to separate all the time from Canada, and they would have these referendums, but it never really happened. Now they're looking at Alberta. And there was a poll on April 6th as far as how many Albertans would vote for independence. They said if the Liberals won, 30%.
Jeez.
I think that number can get quite a bit higher. If we cut through the fog a little bit and actually get to the reasons that Alberta, I would argue, not should, Albertans, Canadians, and if anyone else wants to have take a sober look at yourself right now, you need to leave Canada. Canada is not what you thought it was. Canada is a Marxist hellhole. And by the way, Alberta, the rest of Canada despises you. Americans won't. Yeah. Americans will welcome you with open arms. This isn't just trolling. It's not 51st state and you're subservient. It's territory or a state, and you now have access to the world and your people can flourish. If you choose to stay with Canada, you will wither on the vine and die. And I'll make the case as to why other Canadians don't want you to be a part of their utopia. Reason number one, okay? That's what I just...
Okay, so see, there's 3 reasons, and he's going to go with number 1. Green, I'm going to talk to you because you had something to say about that. So far, what he said about, see, Alberta is conservative.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said basically that Canada doesn't want us. You agree with that?
Yeah, I guess in ways. I just
what? It looks like something wants to come out, but just
I just don't understand why Alberta, because I'm not from Alberta. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from Newfoundland. Proud to be from, right? Like, I'm proud to be from Newfoundland. East. And I just don't understand why Newfoundland and Nova Scotia and Winnipeg and whatever fucking else Canadian country hates Alberta. Alberta generates the most money for all of Canada. Sorry. Especially Quebec, you bunch of fuckheads. Sorry, not you. You're not a fuckhead, but the rest of them. I
agree. No, that's the thing.
That's the thing that I don't understand. I am not the smartest person on this planet. Shut up. I'm not. I know that for a fact. I'm not. And I'm not like super intelligent on this politics stuff, but
you have a common sense.
I know. Yeah, I got common sense. Like I know from being here so long and just watching little tidbits of politicians and just hearing people talk that, yeah, like Alberta generates a lot of money for the rest of Canada. So why would you want us to separate in the beginning?
That's right.
Why?
That's right.
It's not our fault, or people that were born and raised in Alberta. It's not their fault that the rest of you guys in Canada that voted Liberals are fucking stupid morons.
And you see, and now we're going to go towards the West because we talked about it.
Yeah.
Now they did. And like I said, they talk more about it in USA than we do. Okay. So now we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks already. So has your mind changed? Do you know exactly where we're going with that now? Because you said, I don't know. I didn't. That first podcast that we did together, you kind of, whatever. It's just, but now we're talking about more and more and more and more, right? So your point on that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you know, like he's pointing off him, like we give the East all these equalization payments.
not only the East.
And for what? You know, like we're supporting 2 other or 3 other provinces. Mm-hmm. And, you know, everybody's saying, oh, Alberta this, Alberta that. But, okay, if we cut you off, mm-hmm. what are you going to do?
Yeah.
How is your economy going to sustain itself?
That's right. That's right.
Are you going to survive off of fucking Ontario or whatever?
No, but that's the thing. That's what he says. You see, he says he's from Quebec, right? And how many times they tried and it didn't work. Yeah. And nobody made a fuss about it. But now Alberta wants to do it. Oh, now it's a big deal. Why? Because we made the money. Quebec doesn't make money.
Oh, no, they don't. Because I remember when I was a kid, when they wanted to do it, everybody was like, okay, if you want to separate, fine. Go ahead.
But
now you got to make your own currency. You have to create your own army. You have to make your own branch of government.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we didn't really think about that. We're going to stay, but keep giving us, the $4 billion every year in your oil money.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then we had a conversation just before the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to you about the treaty.
Yep.
That is he's not going to talk about it because he probably doesn't know. But the treaty, for example, I went a little bit further just to look it up, right? Because you're First Nation. Basically, it's just that they promised for children to be taken care of and blah, 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 giving money for this, education, blah, 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 blah. And then they got pushed further up north, and then we took the place. We, as mean white folks.
Yep.
So, and then they show up. Now they show up. Oh, okay, we can't do anything about it. You can do it. So my question is to you, do you believe that we are in a native land or we are in Canada? Where do we live? Because now Canada is going to have to take a decision. Well, are we Canadian or we are part of the treaty? So what do you think about that?
Well, honestly, if Alberta does separate, there is no treaty.
Of course, no, that's going to probably go away.
Yes.
But is it better for your people? I'm going to say that.
No.
I'm sorry. But is it?
Because then the money goes away. Because you have quite a few reserves in that don't have the funds if it wasn't for the federal government.
But it was not better for Alberta to actually provide that? We're going to be richer than at one point.
Yeah, but then they'll have the hands out saying, give me more. If you want to separate, you're taking away our funds federally. So here's how you make up for it, just like anybody else would. You want to take something away, okay, then give back more.
So, but now that we talk about it, like again with Josh last time too, has your point of view changed or no? You want to, but you didn't have any.
No, I didn't have.
You kind of did, but no at the same time. You were like in the middle, I guess.
Yeah.
So now did it change or no?
From an Albertan point of view?
Yeah, from an Alberta point of view. You're from Alberta, right? So.
Yes. From an Alberta point of view, it would definitely prosper us a lot more.
Is that a point? I think so.
I would have to agree with everybody here. It would. But I don't give a goddamn about the states. I really don't.
So that's what he was saying. He was saying like they were open us. He's going to open the harm, like, because it was trolling at the beginning, the 51st state. I think it was a troll. Yeah. But now that you think about it, it's not it's not Canada. He's talking about Alberta only.
Oh, I know. It's just if we. Well, yeah, no. Never mind.
You confused him.
No. I understand what he's saying.
But then it goes back to my point on the first show that we did. It's like, okay, if we do this, what are we losing or what are we gaining?
Yeah.
Right? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Right? There's always that pros and cons. Okay, well, yeah, you'll get this in the end. Okay, but what are you taking away from us so we can get this bigger, better proposition?
Yeah.
Bigger, better,
right?
We're gonna lose at one point, that's for sure.
Like we said too, right? A bunch of us here have pension. Now you transfer that to a 401k for down there. Are we gonna lose X amount of money because of the dollar, or are we gonna gain that much more?
Because it's funny when we talked about it, you and I, the first podcast, it was like what, a month ago?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was a month ago, and you see the tone that we're using back then. It was like, okay, it's fun, whatever, but not fun. But now it's a serious topic. Now it is.
Well, because it's been all over the news.
Changed. Yeah, but again, they don't talk about it that much here.
No.
It's U.S. They talk about a lot, like they were not concerned, but like they know something that we don't know.
Well, to them, that's also with us. That's another.
Adding another Texas to them.
That's another state that can produce oil.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Right?
I just like our healthcare. Like, do we lose our healthcare if we kind of joined? That's the thing. Because, I mean...
Yes. For example...
That's like for a family to have a child in the States is
it's expensive.
It's like what 40? It's like 40 grand or some shit.
Yeah, but
like
they got programmed though. It depends on it depends on a lot of shit. But they have programs. Yes, it's not $40,000 like everybody is saying. I looked up that because I was like, okay, so I got 2 children. I make like 100 with whatever. It's like, how can I afford that?
Yeah.
No, they have program with how much you get and Obamacare and blah, blah, blah. So,
okay, but then you put in the situation of my situation of having special needs where we're constantly, say, at the stollery. Do these programs, come in? Exactly.
Oh, I don't.
Does it benefit a mother like Kay to, like, does she get some type of composition from the government system or whatever for her kids to be bringing them in all the time? Because that could cost her or any mother at that point fucking thousands and thousands of dollars, which I'm sorry, nobody has in this fucking economy right now, unless you're Britney Spears or some other
of course,
famous jack off.
But the thing is, you guys agree that he says Canada doesn't care about us.
I would have to agree with him, honestly. I will, again, I'm from the East Coast, but I will have to agree with this guy, because if that is true what he's saying, then once again, I'm also kind of ashamed to be a Canadian, because what the fuck are you guys getting mad at Alberta for? We're all in this together.
I know. Yeah, that's my point too. And also,
like, I'm sorry, the government that we have in right now, it's going to hurt Alberta at some point.
It will,
and then it's going to hurt the rest of you motherfuckers.
That's where, and that's that too. And
Like,
my concern was, are we in Canada? Like I said, are we in Canada? Or no, because you got Canada that says, oh, you can whatever, and then you got the First Nation that say, oh no, you can't, because there's always something.
Yeah,
it's like, what are you doing?
I
didn't remember the First Nation doing that to Quebec. Like, hey, we have a treaty here. You can't do that. They say, hey, you go away.
Well, and even look at, say, Treaty 6. It goes over into Saskatchewan.
It does. Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah.
Yes, it goes over Saskatchewan.
Yes.
So basically, yes, like if Alberta wants to separate, they're probably going to have to go with Saskatchewan at one point. Because we only got three treaty.
Yes, 6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's right. And it's been, I looked up the date. I think it's 1876, 77, and 80. Well, it was close to the Constitution of Canada at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's the Victoria that actually signs it. But how is it relevant today? It's like, okay, but it's not like, I don't know what to say. I really don't. We went from, like I said, me and Josh just talking, whatever, and then to wow, is it complicated? Yeah. Like, oh yeah, they have lawyers on that, and
it's definitely not. It's not a.
It's okay. Hey,
it's not a simple thing.
No, it's not for us. I'm sorry. It's not for you and I. I'm sorry. It's not for you and I. No,
well, obviously,
I'm gonna be on I'm gonna be with him on that side. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, come on, Greener, we're going. we're going to take a beer.
But to his point too, like I said, whenever this election was over, I saw 2 charts. So they showed across coast to coast, right? East Coast mostly red, Labrador red, Quebec red. But then you started coming more west, right? As soon as you got to Manitoba, half red. Saskatchewan, half red.
And then blue.
And then whatever BC was.
It was blue. BC was blue. It actually shift.
Yeah, right. So right there, you had 2 provinces where Liberals first got in and started doing their shit, campaigning for, right, from BC to Manitoba, we split, do our own Western, what the hell was it back then? It was like a Western something. But yet this go around, you got 2, the main provinces that wanted to join are half red.
I know, right?
Right. And then I saw another chart, and it was it had 4 generations, right? So it had baby boomers, Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z. It was high 60s to mid 70s.
That was actually the boomers.
That
was a conservative.
It was if you believe it or not, the highest number for red this year were Gen Z. They were 70-something% in favor of Liberal.
I'm surprised. That's from down east, right?
No, that was across Canada.
Across Canada.
That was
I'm
across
surprised.
Canada. That was just, and I'm looking at it, I'm going like, holy shit. It's like,
I know in Quebec, it was 75% they vote liberal. Well, it was a bloc, but liberal, they were 65 and up. So that was actually boomers. So
yeah, I get, okay, then if you went more west, it was, yeah, I couldn't
Gen
believe
Z.
that. Gen Z. Like, after our generation, we were low 70s, but it was just like, I couldn't believe Gen Z was
Liberal.
up there.
like they don't have any shit for the past 10 years.
But then again, it dawned on me why it was that high was because this is the generation now that you can identify as anything and be anything, and the liberals let you get away with it.
That's right.
Right. So that's why I'm like, okay, that kind of makes a little bit more fucking sense.
Oh boy. Yeah, that topic.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what?
It wasn't a topic I was bringing up. It just,
I know,
it just clicked on why
it
it was
his
that
nerve,
it was that
because
high.
he's in that category.
oh no, I'm not in that category, but there's other people that are in that category.
I know, right? And
We all know them, and I've already had it out with them. So
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
does it reach you? Like seriously, it does. For me, it's like
listen,
I don't understand.
I don't even care that this is going to be posted on Facebook.
Oh no, me neither. I don't care.
I'll say
Actually,
it right now. I don't care.
it's your opinion, though.
I don't
dude.
care what color you are, what gender you are, what planet you come from, what hole you came out of. I do not care. If you come out of your mother's womb and you got something hanging between your legs, you're a fucking dude.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, absolutely.
If you come
Absolutely.
out as the womb and you got two fucking cannonballs on your chest,
That's not what
you're a
liberals are.
fucking girl. All right? You're a girl. If you want to go
Talking
and
about leggings, eh?
transform yourself,
Talking about like,
then you go and transform yourself. That's cool.
The Transformers.
Well, I mean, it doesn't work like that, I
I
don't
know.
think. But, I mean, wow. Would that be something?
Oh yeah.
But if you want to fucking change, then go change. I don't care what you do. It's your life. It's your body. Like, whatever. I'm not going to hate you or like you any more or any less. It's just,
You see, he has a lot to say, right?
it's just like,
we went from Canada to fucking Transformers,
it's
and
just stupid. It's just stupid.
But
No,
when
but
they
you know
start
what?
pushing
It's
it on
fucking
you,
dumb.
yes,
and you go-
that's the trigger for a
That's
lot of
the
people.
trigger.
It's
That's
the
it.
pushing.
that's it. And you know what? It's not the blue that does that.
No,
It's not blue. It's red.
because it's always, that's why they've always been common
I
sense
know.
conservatives. It's like, okay, yeah, if you want to do that, fine, okay, but do it to yourself. Don't push it on your
Force
kids.
it on-
Don't push
yeah.
it on.
Like-
Push it in schools. It's like you're pushing it on people that aren't fully mentally developed yet. Like we don't mentally fully develop until we're 25,
Absolutely.
right?
Greener 35.
I would say higher than that.
But
Keep going up.
You know, like you're taking
I'm the
away.
same way, man.
You're taking away kids that's supposed to be kids. You know, yeah, sure. You know, if they dress up, it's just because they're kids. I think because they see mommy dress up in heels and pearls or whatever, or they see daddy dressing up in a suit and they try to wear a suit or whatever. That's being a kid. That's whatever.
That's
now you're gonna they come out, they dress up for Halloween, and then the next day they're like, identify as my costume, and now you're gonna treat them like whatever they're dressed
Ninja
up
Turtle?
as. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, why are you entertaining?
But that's why we're coming back to that, because that's why U.S. doesn't want the whole Canada. Alberta. Alberta is blue. We think like Republicans in general. But if we take
how
the
sad is
rest-
that?
I know, right? So that's what he was trolling, and he said, I'm not talking about Crowder. I'm talking about Trump. And he said, I don't want Canada. They're gonna vote Democrat, and we're gonna be out. So I was like, okay, yeah, he's got a point.
Yeah.
He's got a point.
Because I made that point. Was it the first show?
Yeah,
I said it's like, it's funny, up here we're conservative, down there they're Republican, but yet same views and ideas.
Same
but the
deal.
colors are fucking
Flipped.
reversed.
Yeah.
Like how? How?
And here, like we talked about, we have multiple colors. We have orange, we got blue, we got red, we got green, we got
Colors of the rainbow, and
exactly, yes,
and then some.
Well, get ready for the next episode, because I think that's what I want to talk about. That bullshit next time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh,
I'll get so
Ottawa
many
does
death
not
threats.
share your values whatsoever. Ottawa, for those who are American, that's basically their equivalent of, Washington, D.C. Mm-hmm. It's kind of silly to us Americans, but I get that it matters to you.
Ottawa, what?
Pretty much. So, Carney, he has extensive ties to China and the CCP, beyond the LGBTQ AIP, beyond the crazy taxation, beyond the liberalization of all social, cultural issues and removal of God from your country's town squares. He directly aligns himself with the CCP, ergo your liberal government will. So the CCP, unlike what they tried to accuse the United States elections of being controlled by Russia. Remember that? Remember that whole thing? CCP pushed online influence campaigns to get Carney elected. This is verifiable. This comes from the CBC, to be clear. In 2017, Carney met with Xi Jinping in private at Davos as China was trying to fight Trump in a trade war back then. Now, China is importing record amounts of Canadian oil to offset what's happening with the United States. And Carney has said that they need to open up relations more with China. So they want to narrow relations with the United States, open them up with China. And this is why the left will have to eventually implode. But you have to be the one here. You have to be the one pulling that ripcord, Alberta. It's one thing to say, hey, we have a problem with the United States and these reciprocal tariffs. It's another thing to say, Donald Trump is a fascist and he doesn't respect human rights. So we're going to align ourselves with China. That it's not a moral virtue. That tells you it's about money. And the money, if you track it with Carney, is it's hair-raisingly scary.
Yeah, and under Trudeau, the Chinese military actually trained with the Canadian military.
Yeah.
So it seems like they're just using Canada as basically a way to get at us.
Yes. And here's the thing, Albertans, and all of you Canadian conservatives, I hope you understand, when we say that Canada is a bad neighbor, we're talking about people in positions of power who allowed the Chinese military to train with them.
In Canada.
Yes.
Do you guys understand it? Alberta, put some distance between yourselves and these guys. Reason number 2, Alberta, you guys will have more control.
So it's funny, we just talked about it.
Yeah.
The LGBT, whatever, and he says it. That's right. So the conservative are out of that, and we're not aligned with that. It's the same thing with that. So we went over a little bit faster to react to what he says. But the China thing, what did Xi Jinping, what was going on with that?
Yeah.
Well, we had to slow it down for Greener here to understand it. So that's why we had to go, that way, just so he could understand a bit more.
So not only that, it's the way he said jinxing. That high pitched ping with it even got me too.
Yeah, no, it's
I swear I'm not racist, but that was
no.
Oh God.
And you see, when I was listening to it, I know exactly. I was like super straight face.
Yeah.
I was like, what did he say?
Like I said, as soon as that high pitched ping came on, him and I were just like, we're done.
So basically, we don't have to add anything. We talked about it just before, I guess. So we just
we touched on it. I got a little.
Oh yeah,
bit.
we did. Oh yeah, you did actually.
Yes,
you started it.
I did.
Because
it just pisses me off. Like I said, I went through it with some people and just the amount of bullshit that they are coming up with because they're either bored or they're suffering from fucking identity crisis or I don't know what the shit it is, but it's just
most likely like that.
It's just too much. It just keeps coming at you and coming at you. And I've watched some videos that Amanda has watched. And people are talking to this other guy, and he asked a man, pretty much our age, what is a woman? I don't know. That's hard to explain.
No, it's not hard
what?
to explain. No, it's not hard to explain.
What?
All right.
You don't know.
Jordan Peterson said it. Jordan Peterson said it. He says, married one and find out.
Yeah.
That was the best answer ever.
Well, it is. That's
married one and find out.
Married one and find out. Exactly.
Fuck me. No, seriously. Number 3. We got to go straight to the number 3. I think that's the last one anyways.
Over your own destiny and be a more prosperous nation or state. To give you an idea, across all levels, Canadians pay higher income tax and sales tax than Americans. It's unbelievable. To give you an idea, the highest individual tax rates too. In the United States, it kicks in about 626,000. Canada is 246,000. My home province of Quebec, the provincial rate was 20-something%, and it kicked in. Now I think it kicks in at 120,000. Back in the day, it was below six figures because you're considered really wealthy. No one there has disposable income. Alberta, it doesn't need to be this way. You can have the kind of tax burden that we have here in the United States. Wouldn't that be a nice relief? It would also, by the way, allow Alberta to negotiate, if let's say they become some kind of a territory, not the 51st state, to negotiate independently with the United States. That would be a huge benefit considering the energy industry in Alberta and how that is dictated by the rest of Canada, by people in Ottawa who, by the way, don't want Alberta to have their thriving energy industry. Which brings us...
If they were a territory and they had to negotiate trade between the United States and do the same thing with Canada, they would learn quickly that it would be easier to deal with us.
Alberta, you have a choice. You want your energy going at rock bottom prices to China with a wink and a nod? Or do you want to be in control of your own destiny and choose to trade and choose to engage in trade as far as your energy with the United States? Or again, be a state where I can't imagine a more prosperous Alberta. Reason number 3. This brings us to opening up that energy sector. To give you an idea, a lot of Americans don't know this. Alberta accounts for 84% of all oil production. And almost half of all U.S. oil imports are from Alberta. There's a lot of red tape. There's also sometimes you can get crude oil and then it has to be refined and sent back. Wouldn't it be nice to just be able to do business together? Wouldn't it be nice to not have to go through Ottawa to go back to you guys, to then maybe deal with the states, even though now people like Carney don't want you to because reciprocal tariffs? It would also allow the United States, by the way, to have access to far more oil and energy and not have to open up new drilling because you guys already have the capabilities. It would be a benefit to the United States. It would be a benefit to Canada. It would also allow us to negotiate other tariffs if they exist. If you're not a state, if you're a state, there would be no tariffs. As far as what industries could reduce the cost of living for Canadians.
That's a fair
like
point.
Dairy, for example.
Yeah.
Like consumer goods that you could get for significantly less money. So you could have far greater employment because now you have the economic might of the United States along with your natural reserves, and you could have a much lower cost of living. Just to give you an idea, this weekend, other Canadians don't want you to have your autonomy, Alberta. This is what happens with totalitarian regimes. And when I say totalitarian, I'm talking about the regime that froze truckers' bank accounts. And many of those truckers, by the way, were Albertans. That's a huge part of the industry there in Canada.
Yep.
Yeah, I was there.
They froze your bank accounts and seized your assets for speaking out against said regime. And then you have the media in Canada that condemns you who voted for conservative change 2-1. An op-ed from the Toronto Star was titled, "Perhaps it's time for..."
So basically after that, he goes on and on and on and on. But
I didn't think that ratio was 2-1 for conservative vote. That's insane.
To be honest with you, I don't even the stats. Sometimes it's.
Then again, it is from the Toronto Star, so how really reliable?
That's what I was saying.
That,
It's CBC, whatever. That's what can I do? It's the same deal. It's like, do you really trust the mainstream media?
But he also pointed out too what we first talked about as well. It's like, okay, if we do become that 51st state, are we going to be that tax exempt, or are we going to have that little bit of state tax?
Right? Yeah, we did.
So
we
did. That's still on my mind. It's like, okay, if this does become a thing, what are we going to fall into? What column? Are we going to be a taxable state or a non-taxable state?
Does it really matter at that point though? Because I mean, watching this video right now, it's really infuriating, to be honest. It's really, really infuriating.
But it makes sense though.
It makes sense.
It makes sense all the way through. That's why I was so
it makes sense, but just it's infuriating.
I know.
Like, I'm from Canada and this is what's going on. It's just, at this point, I mean, again, I'm not the smartest, but I don't know, bring on whatever tax they want to bring and to tell the rest of Canada to just...
They fuck yourself. I don't know. It's true. And we know that we know that we get the most taxes in the whatever. Quebec's even worse. So that is totally fine. We know that. But the thing is,
I also feel bad for saying that because I still have family in the East Coast. So it's like I'm not putting the middle finger to my family. It's just.
But
I don't know,
again, it's frustrating because it's the same thing for me. The family is the same deal. But how they don't understand.
Yeah.
Because you know what? They're comfortable with what they got.
Mm.
They're just cozy. There you go, and that's it. That's how it works. So, and it's frustrating.
Oh yeah.
That's why I said to you, I don't want to vote because that's not my point of view. It's not me. It's. Do I have a saying for that? And no. Because if I was like the same thing, if it was in Quebec back in the day, and Quebec people would have voted, they would go. But no, there's a lot of people that was not from Quebec. They say no because they just came in. Oh, we're gonna vote. What? We're gonna lose the Liberal? They can't. It's because of us that we're here.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, yeah, that was We all knew when he was letting all those new Canadians in all the time. It's just like, okay,
it's gonna be a matter of time.
It's like okay, yeah, you're buying votes.
Mm.
But then also at the same time, what's also with the Liberals, they brought in this sensitive society shit. You can't speak your mind anymore, right? You got to be. You can't use this terminology. You can't call this coworker or this person whatever you want to call them because they did something stupid, right? You know, and then that's not
the speech.
It's just not. Yeah, it's like almost like you're censoring the freedom of speech in a way. But it's like, oh no, you can still say it, but you got to use a nicer tone, nicer words.
Did I talk to you about that the first time we had a meeting together? Like, I didn't want to talk about politics and stuff like that because I didn't want to get canceled.
No, we didn't talk about the sensitive society.
I think I said no. That's right. No, that was not you. But I said, you know what? I want to get other topic and stuff like that. Just fun, just talking. But now we cannot pass that. We can't go around that. Like talking about Alberta separating, whatever. We cannot. No, not talking about it because it concerns us.
Oh, absolutely,
it really do. Because, for example, you're in Newfoundland, right? That's fine. Okay, we become a different Alberta, whatever. What about your parents? Did they need a passport to come here?
Well, my parents are long gone.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just say okay.
Your friends in general. If we separate, you know what? I wouldn't doubt if they probably would need a passport. Then we'd have to get all new passports.
We would actually,
I guess,
because we're still under British monarch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Commonwealth.
Yeah,
the Commonwealth, right?
So you're right. I would need a passport to go see my buddy Jeff and his kids and stuff like that. I would need
Yeah,
even you to just go home, you will need a passport.
Right now, yeah.
Right now, no, you just need a driver's license.
That's not right sense. But if we separate,
you
will need it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to me, I'm going to Quebec. Yeah, that's right. Well, it's like I don't, whatever. But yeah, no,
that'd be shitty. But
yeah,
all right, whatever. It is what it is.
So, okay, you work on your own, right? You have your own business, right? So you're going to be different because we are employed. How do you call that? Like we work for someone.
We're an employee.
Employee, right? But you're
we
not.
all Greener. Who knows what he is?
But, but you, it's going to be different. It's going to be a totally different bracket if for taxation. Yeah. You don't go around that, do you?
No.
That's going to be totally different.
Yep.
Are you going to be more prosper? The way you was talking, you're going to be more prosper if we do that.
If we do that, yes.
You would say no to that?
It would be a 50-50 again because of my situation with my daughters.
Mm-hmm. Like we talked about earlier.
Like we talked about, could I get the benefits for that because I do have my own business or can't I?
I remember the Federal Express, UPS in US. The way they do talk about their annual revenue, they add their benefits. So let's just say I do $175,000 a year. No, they pay the benefits, so they calculate that as a revenue. So basically, they made about 110, but you got your insurance for whatever insurance in general. So they calculate that as your revenue. Mm-hmm. So let's just say your special needs kid. Yes. They need whatever, but they will have to calculate that in there. So let's just say you do, okay, your salary is $100,000 a year, but let's just say you're like us, an employee, and then they would say, okay, but you, because you have that, your insurance, okay, we're gonna pay more, so you're gonna make 145 instead. So they pay for your stuff. That's the employer that does that.
Yes.
So here, no, it's everybody that does it. So I pay for you if you're sick. I pay for you if you're sick, or your kids, whatever. Everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it works in US. So are we going to lose that?
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's programs. So it's
like I do know, like talking with families from the States that have children kind of like mine that are, constantly sick in the hospital and that, and they can't afford it. So a lot of it goes with grants as well as a lot of like lotteries, like the Stollery House Lottery, things like that in the States, where the parents in that are actually able to stay there with the kids, but it's only parents in certain brackets that can actually stay with their kids in there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes. Whereas here, it doesn't matter.
No,
it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. I can make $300,000 a year and it doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah, that's right. I had a bracket. I totally forgot about that.
That's kind of stupid.
It's what I'm thinking. It's because first of all, in US,
fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
But that's how it works.
Yeah, but in US, they're 400 million, and they treat it as an hospital or something like that. They treat it as a business.
Yes,
you're a customer when you go there, basically. I know, right?
Okay.
Yeah, right. But that's what it is. You're a customer.
That's why you see, like, especially like in the Stollery and that, you see a lot of families that come to Canada because it is cheaper.
Yeah.
Cheaper. Yeah, that's right. Or they go to US if they have a specialty.
Well, and if they can stay with their children, their family, and not have to worry about, oh, I'm in this bracket, so am I going to be able to stay? Like, of course, come and get. Why wouldn't you? You have a sick child.
Yeah, but then you also need to look at it as, look at how many of us our own Canadians are waiting for our children to get a bed, to get on the surgery list.
Because of that. Yeah.
Because of that overflow that's coming.
That's right. Yeah. In US, no, it's go in, bang, bang. That's it. That, like I told you last time, I passed out, called the ambulance, in, out, 5 hours, $5,000. But I didn't pay.
Yeah.
Insurance.
Like you and like Knight said, for me, it's I kind of yes, but a lot of things got to be aired out.
Would you wouldn't like that, like to get to say, okay, you know what, Amanda, today you want to go to Vegas? Yeah, sure, go to Vegas, and you don't pay freaking how much for a plane?
You don't pay what,
$1,000 for a plane,
roughly
or whatever.
$1,000.
My friend,
you pay $300.
Yeah, like my mom and I were thinking of going to Vegas for tonight's game, and it was going to cost us $1,600 each.
Okay, so my friend was in Miami, and he went to Vegas. It was $89.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By a Southwest.
Well, I remember when we first went to Vegas for my buddy's wedding. 4 of us drove. We drove down.
Oh, it's a good drive.
It was actually, we took I-15
all the way through.
All the way through. We stopped every second state we were fueling up or something like that. I can't remember how it was, but we hit almost every
Salt Lake.
Yeah, we hit almost every state, and then by the time we got to Arizona, we were still in our jeans. Like, oh yeah, we'll be good. As soon as you open the door, it's like, okay, where are the shorts?
I know.
But anyway, so when we crossed the border there, the guy's like, okay, yeah, no, da. It's like, so you guys driving or flying? He's like, well, we'd love to fly, but we're driving. He's like, it's like, you know how many people just come here? They just drive down. They park at the first airport there in Montana.
Falls, Montana, and then
he said it was like from Montana to Vegas was like $300.
Uh-huh.
We're just like, huh?
But you lose 7 hours to go there, though.
True, yes, you do. But it was just like, so we're paying almost $1,000 to cross a border when we can just drive to the border ourselves, go to Great Falls, pay $300 American, and fly to Sin City.
I know, right?
What the fuck?
And then you go to Newfoundland. It's like almost like fucking go to Punta Cana.
It's like fucking $2,000 to go to Newfoundland.
I know.
For me to go home, it is anywhere from 13 to almost 2,000.
That's ridiculous.
But also, does he really know where his home is?
Oh, I know. Me, Amanda, and our mom and dad went down there one year. And by the time we paid for the tickets, the Airbnb and the car, it was almost $7,000 for 3 weeks.
We all need to remember Greener doesn't do well with math, so
that's why I asked Amanda how much do we actually spend. That's what she told me.
Jerry doesn't have a mic yet, but he sent me something and it's true. He's like, Albertans, would they feel less Canadian now if they're separating? Like, for example, now we have an identity as Canadian, right? So if we're separated, I'm not Alberta, you are. So basically, you're Alberta, Canada, right? So it says, what happened to the nationality in the national identity? So now you're the Republic of Alberta.
That's a good
question.
Actually. Yeah.
So that he sends me a bunch, actually. Why they doing that? Like the states or whatever? Why they doing that? For economy reason? Is there actually? He's right. Is there a deeper reason that we don't know? Yeah, the oil, blah blah blah, oil. Yeah, that's fine. But is there a deeper reason than that? Is that like okay? He says it lost the trust and respect. I think we lost. I think we don't have any respect.
You know what? I think we lost a lot of it when we had 4 or 8 years of liberal.
No, you don't say.
Like the laughing stock.
Oh man,
when were we ever a laughing stock?
Well, we were, but not to the degree.
Well, as soon as they found out
now.
Greener was here, yeah, we were.
Again, does like a butt plug, dildo, tape, anything?
Vaseline, everything, man.
No, not Vaseline, because that'll just loosen her fucking chops up more.
Direct.
Good God.
There you go.
Now she's used to spitting.
Oh, okay. Oh.
No, you don't spit.
Oh, fuck it. Let's go. Bang.
Of course, protein. Duh.
No, swallowing is the protein.
Yeah,
you don't spit. You
I thought you
lose
said
it.
I fucking swallowed you, fucking whore. Fuck off.
Who
invited her? Holy shit.
Huh?
Man.
She's a man.
I was wondering when that was going to come up. I really was.
I swear. You ever see the movie? Did you guys ever see the movie Teeth? Yeah, it's about a young girl that grows teeth in her vagina, cuts the dicky-doo right off.
Never heard of that movie.
What?
Yeah, watch it.
This is Greener here. He probably made it up.
No, it's an actual movie. Look it up. She has teeth,
Okay,
and when
we
a
don't
guy
watch porn like you do.
It's not a porn. It's an actual movie.
No.
Yes.
It's called teeth.
It's called Teeth.
And Benny's looking at it.
Yeah,
Like I've heard that as an insult or a quick comeback to something.
it's an actual
but
movie.
I didn't think they'd actually make a fucking movie.
It's
out
an
of that.
actual movie.
Leave it to Greener to know that.
Yeah, it's about a girl that grows teeth in her vagina, and if a guy like pressures her to have sex or whatever, gone.
Yeah, but look it up. It's actually a horror movie.
Yeah,
fucking
In
07.
2007.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what her goddamn fucking.
Okay. My point.
That thing got teeth. Guys, do not put your wiener in that.
$2 million gross worldwide.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
stupidest fucking movie in the world.
You look at the cast.
That probably sounds like a fucking B movie too, of all things. That's
man.
probably why we didn't hear about it. It's probably a B movie.
That I know.
Yeah.
There's nobody that I know.
Oh, there's nobody. There is a point in the movie where she fucking stands up and you see the penis. Bloop.
And my question to that, who would accept, like, read the script and go like,
This is a great movie.
Really?
I want to be in it.
That would be Greener.
Fuck no.
I know sometimes you have to go to B movies to get to the A
sometimes.
movies.
Yeah.
But I would say no.
Yeah,
fuck,
that'd definitely
no.
be a script. I'd be like,
I think I'm gonna go with
Right?
I'm gonna be a porn actor before that.
Yeah.
That's a
Excuse
that's
me
a
while
thing.
I
I'm
go
sorry.
finish 2 bottles of Jack, and then I'll do this fucking movie for you.
Jesus
Good God.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
I
No,
don't even
and
know
it's-
what the fuck. Where were we at before? What were we talking about?
To be honest with you, it's a heavy topic, and do I want to talk about it still? No.
Let's bring
what else did you have?
No, I don't have anything else. But no, Jerry pointed out something, and we're gonna probably finish with that. Do you think the media in Canada are actually stopping us to hear about the separation?
Well, guaranteed. Well, how many of those fucking silences do we have? That silence bill, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, the bills,
right.
That's right. You guys,
because we don't get a lot of the
one for greener.
We don't get a lot of the American stuff.
We're gonna have one after that,
right? Because fucking you got an American
US,
phone.
Yeah, I got a US phone.
We have the Canadian phone, so whatever you're getting, you probably would have more shit on what's going on than what we would.
Yeah. PBD podcast. I don't see it on. I see it on Instagram.
Yeah,
and if I go on Wi-Fi, use my Wi-Fi here, I don't see it anymore. That is it, because he said it on his podcast, and I was like, because he wanted to. He had Maxime Bernier on, and they were talking about it. I was like, what? And I looked it up. I was like, oh, go off Wi-Fi. Yeah, I can see everything.
Yeah, go right under the data.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. That is shit. Did I just censor myself?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
What?
You actually stopped yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you censored the wrong words. You censored the bull and you went shit.
You've been hanging around greener too long there, Benny.
And I got one too, and I don't use it.
Why would we ever use that?
I know, because it's like I'm waiting to say it. So, but it's easy. Greeners that. Sorry.
It's just a constant. You just.
That podcast today would be. Okay, thanks you for listening. You subscribe, whatever.
Yeah.
Great show.
Great show.
Exactly
show.
right. Yeah.
Like
Great show of an hour of just.
A lot of information. Yeah. Love it.
No, I think it's a heavy topic. I'm not tired of talking about it, because I want to see results. Are we gonna see it? I don't think so. I don't think I agree. I don't think.
No, I honestly don't think it's going to change.
It's just talking.
It's not going to change.
But they have to do something. Ottawa has to do something, though. They have to do something.
Yeah, but now Ottawa's fucking all go, no show.
That's right.
Right?
They won't do anything for Alberta.
No,
except the last guy that did that was Harper. Harper was
pretty.
He was
pretty
for
good.
Alberta. Because I remember back then I was in Quebec, and they were not happy with.
Yeah.
Because we'll send this, we'll send that, and they were making fun of that.
Yep.
So and then I left, and then now we have Trudeau. Yeah, we had Trudeau for 10 years.
Yeah. And that's the thing that, again, I'm very confused on, because some people.
It's politics.
Some people think that it's going to change and he's going to do a better job. But whether it's little snippets and it's false information, or it's just media trying to get everybody riled up, he's following the platform that Trudeau was doing for Canada all those years.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He's doing the same goddamn thing.
Well, look at it.
So
when Trudeau got in, right, he legalized weed.
Yeah, he got his vote.
Right, he got his second round because of that. But now, fucking Carney gets in. He signs that thing saying for not increasing the carbon tax.
Yeah,
that's right.
Right. So right there, how many of those other voters did he buy for that?
Yeah. And I did that picture to Jerry, and thank you, Jerry, for showing me that. That is the county. How would you say that for Pierre Poilievre for his seats? How did he lost it? Canada.
Yeah, they were conservative for years.
Yes, so that's why. And now they knew that if they had it, Canada with the rest, they're all red.
Yeah,
that's how he lost it. So liberals, they did that.
Yeah, because that was conservative for.
Okay, so the first time when we said he even lost his freaking seat. Yeah, okay, that was a couple days after, whatever. And they were talking about it. It's like, oh, he's so whatever, cocky, blah, 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 blah. When you look deeper and you look at that, you're like, okay, there was a plan behind it.
Oh, yeah.
So don't tell me, like, seriously. And that's what's in Ottawa right now.
Yeah.
Do we trust that? There you go. That's why I should say I'm 100% agree to just be the Republican of Alberta. I would be totally in. But again, like I said, I'm not from here.
Yeah, I'm not either, right?
Well,
No,
obviously greener ain't.
No, you can tell right away.
Right.
And then he talks, you're like, oh yeah, okay, you're not from here. Same to me. It doesn't matter. That's why we're sitting.
I'm gonna say pot, meat, kettle. Is your favorite color black too?
I love BBC. I love BBC. Oh, that's not British something. Oh, okay.
If we have to describe what that means to you, we gotta have a talk after this.
Okay, let's have a talk.
Ooh la la.
Ooh, yeah, we're gonna have some. Yeah. So no, it's totally fine. And thanks Jerry for the points. He's really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I hired him. He's really good.
Our boy Jerry.
I want him so bad to have a mic. I'm sorry. We try to figure it out because he's gonna have some points. He's gonna say, "Okay, guys, let's go. Do some. Get out. Stop. Do something. Stop talking about that." Jesus. Oh yeah, Greener. Look at the picture. I'm sorry. Look at the picture. That's where with the table, the brown table.
Oh yeah.
That's when you and Amanda came.
Oh yes, it was too.
I took the day after. So with the kitchen table and everything, and look at that now. I'm happy. God, I'm happy. So now that we talked about that, like, are we gonna go to the Bills C50 something, and then we're not gonna be on YouTube and everything, and it's gonna be like, okay, we did a podcast. What the fuck happened? It's like
Right.
been like 2 months. Like seriously, I don't think so. I don't think so. The reviews though, I was concerned about. I talked to Jerry about it. I was concerned about legal rights to get the video. Well, now we do a reaction video. We can do a reaction video on anything.
Oh, you're definitely going to get a reaction after this one.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, me. It's the first the one that we did when she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
I can't. I keep telling people. I go, wait till you see the third episode. You're gonna be giggling.
No, okay. So next time, the next episode, she's gonna sit here. Oh no, she's gonna sit here, and she's gonna have a full reaction with him.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, you did. I'm sorry, you did talk about her a little bit. The coconut, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, I can name it off right now if people want to know. I don't give a fuck. What do we got?
Okay, it's because I don't know the story.
Behind door number 1, we got Coconut Ken.
Jesus.
Door number 2, great nipples. Door number 3, waxed and always fresh at the back door. Yeah.
Oh shit.
You know,
Okay.
what else do we got? I don't know.
Don't be looking at me. This is their thing. It's like,
Oh no, you were a part of this too.
I was a part of coconut oil and wannabe full hawk guy, whatever the hell his nickname was.
But that's the thing though. When we stopped the podcast last time,
Yeah.
we were just like that, mics off, whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's when the podcast started.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's like,
You know she has a nickname.
What?
It's called Merry-Go-Round.
Oh fuck you.
merry-go-round.
Yeah. Everybody gets at least 2 turns.
2 turns.
Fuck around.
Uh-huh.
Love you.
Oh yeah, sure. No one gets any turn.
Yeah, you're right. Last time
Well,
See?
I didn't. I missed 3 years, 3 to 4 years. I guess they didn't miss anything, didn't they?
Oh,
No, you guys.
like it was so fucking funny. We're coming back from NFR. We're in the airport. I'm chatting with Amanda, right? So we start doing the video things on Snapchat.
Was that when her mom was?
Yeah, and Kay's mom's sitting not too far from her. He starts shooting his mouth off about whatever, and then
Her mom.
and then I play it back for Kay, and next thing her mom's like, "Did he just say what I think he said?" And I'm just sitting there, just trying not to laugh.
Yes,
She's
I did.
giggling, trying to explain to her mom, "No, he didn't mean anything by it," and she's just got that mom look, right? So then I do the video back with her and I kind of get her mom in the side there. And when he's like, is that your mom? She's like, yeah. Did she hear what I just said? He's like, yeah. And he's like, oh.
Typical reaction.
Oh, fuck. I was laughing.
Typical reaction. Yeah. I can't see that. Oh, I can't see that. I can't see that greener.
But what can I say? I got a big mouth sometime and it gets me in trouble.
But it was fun. But it was funny. But as soon as I would send it, she'd start doing her word search. I'd be over her shoulder. Oh, found one.
Oh, he was pissing me off.
Oh, found another one.
He wouldn't get his own damn word search.
Found one in the top corner. Mine. She's like, do you want one? I'm like, no, this is more fun for me.
Yeah.
She's like, asshole.
Then he'd get a smack and he's like, what?
I mean, why might waste more money? It's, whatever. If two people can play, then that's great.
Well, that's your situation.
Pardon? That's always your situation, isn't
No.
it? You sure?
That's why, Jerry, this time I let the camera roll in. It doesn't matter if it passed 15, 20 minutes after. I don't care. I'm keeping rolling. That's the best part. That's the best part.
We are prime entertainment.
That's right.
Prime.
But you had, like I said, your text, when you texted me 2 days after, I was, like I said, I was in my truck. It was like, hey, Ben, we're going to have a show because I'm...
Yeah.
I actually...
Well, his estrogen level was up at that time.
Yeah.
Well, my tits are bigger than usual today. So.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Getting bigger.
So whoever wants to cop a feel,
just wait.
Yeah.
He'll stand there and you can all line up.
Okay, that's right. That's what you said. Oh, good Lord. that was your two first 29th of April. That was your two first. We need to talk about
the election.
What happened and why did you actually censor yourself? You should have.
I don't know. It was just, I don't know.
Well, you're probably doing that voice.
I think so. I might have been. Yeah.
So
if he's doing the voice thing, some phones will just automatically.
It was at 9:00 at night when he texted me that. I was like,
okay, it was 9?
Wow, it was past your bedtime. Holy cow.
I wanted
that he was tired. Yeah, oh yeah, he was tired. Yeah, 3 hours.
I was, like I said,
as he's starting to get tired right now.
I was just floored by everything because I really didn't think it was going to go that way. I thought everybody was going to wake up and.
No, it's because you said no, but it's true, and that's why I wanted to say that and totally forgot. You said you're ashamed to call yourself you said it. You were ashamed to call you a East Coast Newfoundlanders. That's what you said it because probably full emotional estrogen. And you know what? No, it's same to me. God, I didn't feel that great that day.
No,
either.
Yeah,
I said, "Fuck, we're going back again." Seriously, whatever. Yeah, I agree because I know what's going on, and then
and that's why I was ashamed because when we were talking here, like whether it's generational or not, if you have a family that voted mostly liberal their whole life,
or
then
bloc.
I'm sorry, but if you have grandchildren or children that are living here in Alberta, or you want them to have a better life or whatever the case may be, then just because your families before you and all that voted liberal doesn't mean you have to, because you didn't do anybody any good by voting them back in.
Exactly.
You were not thinking about your children or your grandchildren.
Things change.
Well, you just weren't thinking about for yourself.
Yeah. So it's just
because I was always taught, you vote who you like.
Yeah.
Listen to all the parties that are up.
Yeah.
See what speaks to you. See what makes the most sense, and if it still makes sense on voting day, that's who you vote for.
Yeah.
It was never a pressure to go, you always have to go this color. Always got to go this color. Like, no, you vote who you like.
Mm-hmm. Well, most of the people, it's not like that though. It's I've been voting for 30 years.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's just a shitty way.
Same for Quebec. They vote bloc. What do you think that's going to do? And now even here in Alberta, there's nobody representing the bloc. So that tells you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just a coalition with the Liberals. That's all.
Yeah.
Stealing votes. And I like you said, coming back to that video, they don't listen to us. They don't. They just don't.
There's a lot of flaws in the system anyways.
There is.
There's so many.
There is.
Like for one, just because Ottawa or whatever has the most population or whatnot, they shouldn't get
that area, yes.
more
that's right,
seats.
That's right.
Like, I'm sorry, split the fucking seats up or something. Like, god damn.
I know.
Like, it's so stupid. It's
X amount for Ottawa, X amount for Toronto.
Exactly.
The value.
Exactly. Like split it the hell up so every vote counts, no matter if it's NDP, Liberal, because man,
it's a. I hate that topic. I hate politics. I like better talking about greeners, estrogen. For real.
Yeah.
I know. I could talk about it forever. I think.
Let's do it.
Do you take chai lattes and stuff like that?
No.
With soy, because soy
No.
brings up the
I just
titties
go.
apparently.
No, I go straight to the pills.
Straight to the pills.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, like Kevin Nash there on get his testosterone pill swap with estrogen pills.
I don't know. I'm flashing my nipples all day.
On the longest yard.
The longest yard,
Longest yard. Yep.
And he goes, oh, I love you. The pom pom girls. That's a good call. Kevin Nash.
As soon as he started doing the thing, I'm good. It's like longest yard Kevin Nash. Here's popping testosterone pills and they swap them out with estrogen.
Such a good movie, right?
No, seriously. No, that's a good movie.
It is.
A lot of testosterone though.
Yes.
In that one. No,
Yes.
that one it's not estrogen. A lot of testosterone.
Yes.
I'm
Which
sorry.
he lacks.
He's
How
not,
would you
he's
know?
not too bad. He's not too bad though. He's not too bad.
Thank you.
No, when I saw you with Amanda last time,
Yes.
you were smaller. Way smaller.
I'm still the same size. In my
What?
opinion, I am anyways.
No. You were more.
Mm.
A little bit. Yeah, well.
Well, obviously, I must be doing something right.
What do you got in there?
Huh?
Estrogen?
That's some. Oh, stop.
Do we have a song for estrogen or something like that? Probably, yeah.
I don't know.
We're going to check that out. That's going to be his song. Yeah.
I'm trying to think now. I'm sure there's a song out there.
That's why it smelled like burning in here for a little
Yeah.
bit.
Right.
You know what? That's not going to be a song. We're just going to take the voice of Kevin Nash. I'm fishing all day.
My nipples have been sensitive.
Instagram, that's going to...
And then at the end, we'll have Stone Cold's line. Why are we talking about your nipples?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, Christ. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, God. I'm going to get Alex on that. The man-eater and the flashing nipple guy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's your song, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man-eater.
thanks.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a good
Asshole.
That's a good,
That's
that's a
it.
good song.
Right?
Yeah, fucking-
Predicted it.
I just called it.
Yeah. It's like fucking. You don't even have to be a Professor X or a psychic to know what she's gonna do.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Like, once a stupid, always a stupid.
oh, no,
know.
I wouldn't- no.
No?
No.
We don't use that word.
No.
Oh,
That,
sorry.
No, we can't use that. No, I won't.
You should beep that.
Shit.
I can say it over
See, but
again. Get ready.
remember-
Oh
No, that's the wrong one.
Hey!
That's the wrong one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, everybody else agrees. I like it. Yeah.
Oh, no, better. Yes, sir. When I bought this thing, you have no idea how much I play with that.
Oh, I can just imagine.
Just don't let him
With
around.
Chris Carnegie. You know Chris?
Yeah.
God, poor guy. I'm sorry. Chris, you want to use upstairs? Chris, you want to? Oh, Ben, seriously? Yeah. Whatever. And then I called him. Amanda and him. Oh, Amanda, come on, man. That would be nice.
I told her to come tonight, but she
Hey.
didn't want to.
Yeah, we gonna set up something. We're talking about him and the wife. The chill room. I called it the chill room.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a few change that's gonna be. After my 75th days of working, I'm tired of that. God, I'm tired. I want to do. We're talking about it with Jerry. I think be here more often. But at the same time, I mean, I don't want to be like, hey, we're going to do a podcast tonight. Let's go. Like, I don't want to be like that. No.
Wouldn't bother me.
But if you have to talk about something and you say, hey, Ben, I want to talk about it, that was nice. I like that. So it gave me topics. It gave me stuff to talk about to you. And funny thing is, we talked about it last episode.
Well, my brother actually asked me the other day if he could come on here.
Yeah, because he cannot do it all the time. She cannot do it all the time, whatever.
But he doesn't want to talk politics. He can't stand talking politics.
No, that's fine. Oh, we can talk about hockey. What's the score? Oh my God.
Oh, what is?
Is it almost done?
Well, it's going
to be the second period.
It started an hour ago.
Last time with Greener, it's 0-2. Oh, I had my Abs jersey because they were on the playoff.
Yes.
Second best team ever.
Wow.
So it's 0-0. First, it's between the 1 and 2. It's intermission. Oh, I think it's going to be done tonight. It's going to be done.
Well, did you hear what fucking Brewhouse did?
No.
Okay, so you know that tavern in Vegas, they bought, was it 2,600 signs here in town and said 0.04 go Knights go.
No.
And it had the tavern on the bottom. So then the brew house, they bought, I can't remember how many signs down in Vegas, said 3-1 go oil go.
That is troll 101.
Hey, and Vegas started it first, so I just love how the brew house went back to that. That
reminds
awesome.
me of the signs war. McDonald's started one, and after DQ, and they keep going at it. Yeah, at least we don't serve like clown food and this and that and whatever. That's awesome. I didn't know about that.
I just heard about it on my way back to the shop when I was leaving the job site. I was me and the journeyman were just laughing.
I know, right? No, I know. Because it would be great though. Yeah. Sitting here, whatever, and then
that would
what
be
a fucking
cool.
jerk. No, I'm just saying. But yeah, I wanted to do that. Hey, 112 already. 112.
Right on.
So I guess it's what it is, right? That's enough. Guys, thank you for being here. Hey, a full house.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
So what's the next topic here, boys and girls?
We'll let Kay decide.
Oh, jeez.
We'll let Kay.
Well, I'll bring my pajamas because it's going to be a snore fest.
No. You know what? No, we should come up with a list of the guys you actually met, and then we're gonna critique with pictures. That would be nice.
What did you just say? What?
The guys that she dated.
No.
With all the pictures.
You're asking for a big can of worms, man.
Yeah.
Like it's bad enough what Green and I did to the first two people at the bar we were at. And you want us to do that with a list?
It's a long, it's a full. It's a long list.
Excuse me, there is not a long list.
What?
That's not a long list.
Listen, Santa Claus can't even check your fucking list twice.
Fuck you. You've had more than I have.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, God. All right. It's the end, folks. Don't forget YouTube, Apple Cast, Spotify, everywhere the world, thebencastshow.com. Comments, share, like, button. Talk to your folks, everybody. Thanks for coming. We have another podcast another time, whatever. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks, everybody.
She's also on OnlyFans as well. She's starting that up.
Oh, shit. No, Greener, on the other hand, has his OnlyFans going on.
I mean, it would be nice, but nobody's going to pay to see this. So, I mean,
Well, he does have a point there.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah, true.
You'll be surprised.
That's true.
People are sick.
Yeah, a lot of freaks out there.
I know.
A lot of freaks.
Maybe we can get Devani for the podcast. Hey, that's a good idea, Jerry. OnlyFans next.